Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Small Brain Pilot channel. Today we are parked here at Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport at Mumbai, rocking the beautiful Air India 787-9 Dreamliner livery. Today's flight is a short 5-hour hop down to Singapore Changi International Airport, and as you can see, we have FSLTL running as that beautiful Air Asia India taxis to the runway. So today's flight's gonna be pretty straightforward. A foggy departure, a clear, beautiful arrival, a butter landing, and everything in between. Stick by and I definitely watch the cruise because there are some beautiful shots there. But without further ado, let's get ourselves underway with the walk around. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the cockpit of the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. The walk around yielded no problems whatsoever. So I'm gonna get the aircraft configured up, get our flight plan loaded into the FMC, get the passengers and cargo on board, and we're gonna be ready for our short hop. Well, not short, it's a 5-hour hop down to Singapore Changi International Airport. I will catch you guys once we're ready for APU startup. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back in the cockpit. We have the aircraft configured for APU startup and we have the FMC computed for the flight plan. Today we're going to be taking off runway 27 here at Mumbai. As we can see, we're going to be taking the Viva 2 Alpha departure out, and then on the irregular transition follow our flight plan all the way to Singapore, where we're landing with ILS 02 left on runway ILS 02 left with the Aram 1 Alpha arrival. So it's a roughly 5-hour flight, 2,000 nautical miles. So without further ado, let's get our APU started and get underway. For the APU to start, we're going to just come here. We're going to flick the switch to on, hold it in the start position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the APU should now come on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, once we get the message on our ECAM here, APU running, we know that the APU is now running and available for us to use. We can come up here, we can verify that external power is disconnected, APU generators are on. So with that being said, let's get our jetway disconnected and get prepared for pushback and taxi and engine start. Alright, ladies and gents, we have pushed back here out of our gate at Mumbai. We are ready for engine start, so we're gonna come up here. We're gonna turn on the beacon light. We're gonna go up here to the start switches, flick the start switch to left. Once that is there, we can come down here and observe the engine instrumentation. We can see that all the gauges are rising and one is increasing. Once we're satisfied that it's rising nicely, we can throw in the fuel. Once we can see that the left engine has started, we can do the same process for the right engine. So we can come up here, first we can turn on the left pack, and we can do the same process for the right engine. So flick this starter to start, come down here, dismiss caution light, sorry. Watch the instrumentation rise up. Once we're satisfied, we can throw in the fuel the same way as before. Alright, and while we wait for the engines to spool up, we can also set our flaps to departure flaps. So we're going to use flaps 10 today. Flaps 1, 5, and 10. Alright, now that the flaps are set, both engines have been turned on. We can come up here, we can turn on the right pack, and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for taxi. So I'm going to contact ATC, request taxi clearance, taxi over to runway 27, and I'll see you guys once we're ready for departure out of Mumbai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air India's Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Before we take off, we would like to inform you about the flight safety features and procedures of this aircraft. Please pay close attention to this flight safety video. The use of mobile phones interferes with the aircraft systems. In the interest of safety, please ensure that your mobile phones are switched off or in non-transmitting mode, such as flight mode or airplane mode, throughout the flight. Laptop and electronic items may be used after takeoff only after consulting the cabin crew. Please ensure that all your hand baggage is properly stored in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Aisles as well as exits must be kept free of baggage at all times. The tint of your window must be kept clear. It is very important that you observe the fasten seatbelt sign whenever it is switched on. To fasten the seatbelt, push this fitting into the buckle, then pull the loose end.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Mumbai. We have a long line of taxis Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gents, here we are lining up at runway 27 at Mumbai. As you saw in that previous clip, we have a long line of aircraft waiting for our departure, so let's not have them wait too long. Let's line up and jet off to Singapore. The simulator is just being a bit laggy. It's okay, it happens. We have FSLTL running and everything, so you win some, you lose some. Okay, here we are lined up, runway 27. Let me just fix my camera angles. Okay, here we are, runway 27 off of Mumbai. Here we go. It's the start of a 5-hour flight. I'm just gonna start my clock while there we go. Alright, set 50% throttles. Checklist incomplete, that's it. Other than that, we have no ECAM messages. Dismiss that. Alright, everything is green. Looks good to me. Toga.
Mumbai Tower Vista 517, ready for departure runway 27 IFR to Cochin INTL. Vista 517.
Alright, here we are. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. 100.
Line up and wait, Vista 517.
V1. Rotate. Just gently into the air. Okay, positive rate of climb. Gear up. Following flight directors.
021, contact Mumbai Center on 132.7. Good day.
Alright, just gonna hand fly this for a while.
Mumbai Tower, IFLI 5276, ready for departure.
Alright, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have departed out of Mumbai. Without further ado, I'm gonna get the aircraft configured with autopilot, and we're gonna make our way to Singapore. I'll see you guys when we're on short final.
6047.
Alright, ladies and gents, you join me here in the cockpit of the 787-9 Dreamliner as we are 1,000 feet from the runway here at Singapore Changi International. 1,000 feet away. I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot. It's my aircraft. Alright, I'm gonna fly with the localizers, trying to keep myself matched up with the flight director. So we don't want to end up off center line. I am notorious for my horrible center lines these days, so I have an ultra focus on making sure I hit the center line. Also, while we're going for the center line, need to make sure that we are not too high on approach here. Looks like we are off the center line anyways. Lining ourselves back up. There's the 500 call out. There we go, center line's coming back. Let's just stabilize the aircraft. Alright, here we go. Again, off center line. At least our glide slope is perfect, pretty well. Minimums. Disconnect the auto throttle. Bring it back. Here we go.
50,
Idle.
40, 30, 20, 10.
And butter into Singapore Changi International Airport. I know I was severely off center line and we might have brought the nose down a bit too hard, but any landing you walk away from, I'm sure there's going to be an incident report about this one. I don't know what's up with my center lines, guys. Thank you for bearing with me though. Regardless, we're decelling here and we're going to be taking the exit to the right. Reversers are in, manual braking here, and we're going to exit the runway off to our right. Alright, ladies and gents, we have made it here to the gate at Singapore. So with that being said, we can get the runway turn off lights off. We can start up the APU. And while we wait for the APU to start up, we can come up down here, turn off the wing lights as well. Turn off the seatbelt signs. Turn off the wing anti-ice. And once the APU is available to us, we can go ahead and shut down the engines.
021, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Alright, once we have the APU running message verified, we can shut down the engines.
021, the jetway is going to be connected.
There we go. As the engines come off, the jetway is coming in. Also, let's just turn off the beacon lights. Can't forget about that. Also, let's turn off the beacon light. Cannot forget about that. Alright, ladies and gents, with that being said, we have concluded today's 6-hour journey here to Singapore Changi International. The landing wasn't one of my best, but nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any other suggestions, do leave them in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Small Brain Pilot, signing off.